All right, welcome to the third and fourth playoff for the boys. In white, we have the Southern team, and in black, we have the Central A team. And we are off for the first strike of the game. Got Nydia here and...
Tom.
There's a huge flick from Central. They're really gunning for it. Is this Aiden? I don't know if it is. I will confirm with you, but that is a huge goal. Yeah, it's been called a goal. Wow, what was that, 15 seconds? Yeah. Unreal. Do we have a number?
Yeah, I know, I was going to say, I was like, there is nothing happening.
Okay, so we don't know, but we can probably watch it back and find out. Let's see if we can, get, it's okay. Cam Jones. Oh, interesting. Okay, so we've had a little switch of positions. Cam playing forward and Hamish playing centre. Interesting. Both. Yeah, and what a start. Anything to say, Tom? Take the silence as a no. All right, we're in the blind spot. You just got to get yapping. Just, you know. Got a call. So the refs aren't wearing the headsets for this game, so it means that we're going to be a little bit blind. As mentioned, I'm a terrible ref. So we've got some free arming against Central A. Right in our lovely little blind spot there. Central down nice and early. There's Hamish with the arm sleeve. Still not sure how I feel about that. Swimming across the pool. Arm sleeve. Nice little move there, though. Yeah. Hamish's arm sleeve and also Ollie Thurlow-Ray, who's a... Yeah. So that'll be... Yeah, no, so there's two of them, which makes it slightly confusing. And they were both playing forward up until now. I think that's Aiden on the wall there. Got a call, though. That'll be against Central. The ref's hands are so small, I can't tell. It's against Central, but I don't know what for. Pool looks great from that angle. All right, Southern with the advantage. Nice little flick to the wall. But Central doing well to do a little switch here. Little look. Again, committing to that wide, not cutting back in. Aiden Ralph on the puck, a lefty. Ooh, nice little move there. Great skills from Aiden. Oh, this could be it. Ooh. Good finish, but yeah, who would have stopped that there? Perhaps Riley. That's a goal awarded to Central, and I'm pretty sure that was Cam again. Great work from Southern to get there, try and interrupt that flow. Didn't quite work out for them, but good hustle right to the end. Another strike. Yeah, I don't know who that was from Central, but get flat. It was probably 80, to be honest, but looks like he may have been hit in the chest.
We've got another call against Central.
Central perhaps needing to clean it up just a little bit. I think they will. They would have been quite disappointed to not make that final, so they'll be really wanting this bronze medal. Good skills. I think that was Riley there. Blind spot. Or maybe it was Ollie.
Bit of a fight going on over the puck here. Tussle.
Southern doing well, just protect that puck, maintain possession. Slightly interrupted by the Central forwards there. Who's that? Number 6 from Central. Yeah, Riley again. So Riley in the Central team and in the Southern team, guys, so don't get confused. Hamish in a nice body position there. Just taking his time, giving the boys a chance to reset. Flick, not received, but a call.
Against Central again, this time for stick infringement.
Yeah, Central definitely going to have to clean it up a little bit, otherwise they're going to find themselves in the sin bin.
Southern pushing it past Central.
Taking it up the wall. Central with a nice little, again, a wide across the pool. Locked up on that far wall, but another call.
Against Central again. Didn't quite see what it was for.
No, neither did I. Interesting from Southern there, taking it to the opposite wall. Seems to have worked for them, finding that space. Central kind of all over it though, lots of bodies down. Heavy rotation here, a little bit of one breath hockey. Ooh. Another pushback for stick infringement against Central.
Don't know for sure, but I would say Central A has the most time in the sin bin of all teams.
Once again, we're kind of making up stats here a little bit, kind of not, but I would say, yeah, Central A boys, they've got a lot of bin minutes, potentially the most in the tournament. Can't confirm, but I would place some heavy bets on the TAB on that.
Don't promote gambling though.
Yeah, no, not promoting gambling, but
Oh, this is
nice, yep.
fish feeding frenzy.
Ooh. Yeah, Southern putting a lot of pressure on here. Central probably feeling quite glad that they scored 2 early goals, but they will not want to concede here. You can see the forwards shooting out, just trying to put pressure on the Southern players taking the puck there. One of the arm sleeves, beast moding through like 4 people. Nice little move from Aiden Ralph there.
Get flat Aiden.
Yeah, he does need to, yeah, needs to get flat. All right, swinging it across the goal bin. A little bit of a risky move, but seems to have perhaps worked out for them. Lots of space here for Southern if they can find it. Central just maintaining that puck. It's a little bit messy. Locked up on that far wall.
Central's pushing the puck down the wall.
Turning, looking for a supporting player. Yeah, they found that connection. Southern doing really well to rotate back and just have a player in the way there.
Big run by Central. Can't see who that is.
I think it's Aiden.
Good work by Southern.
Yeah. Yeah, great work by Southern. 2 players down to try and stop that run. Hamish trying to find a player. That was a pretty nice goal. We'll see if it's awarded a goal, but pretty nice.
Not a goal. No goal.
Did we see what it was for?
No, not that I saw.
Interesting, no goal but Central advantage. We have a team timeout called by Southern, I believe. So again, if you haven't been watching a lot this weekend, if you're just tuning in, each team gets a 1 minute timeout per half, just a chance to reset, give those central players, those non-subbing players a breather, and also for the coach to impart any words of wisdom or anything they want the team to work on, or perhaps hype the team up a little bit. Just gives them, a bit of an opportunity to rest and reset. You don't have to take them. The teams don't have to take them. Can sort of interrupt the flow of the game a little bit, but if there's not many refs calls or, if the coach has things that they want to work on, it is always a good opportunity to take them.
10 seconds left before restarting.
Ooh, little fake out there by Hamish. Don't think it worked, but again, love to see some flair. Joseph and I were talking about that in the last game. Lots of bodies down here. Good work from Southern. Do we know who that is?
No, not sure.
Number 3?
Perhaps number 3. Whoever it was, great work, great save.
There isn't a number 3.
Definitely not number 3 then. Ooh, not sure about this flicking into nowhere. Just loses possession, but
Ooh, almost a big run by Southern there.
Lays it off to his mate.
yeah, good support, and there was someone there for him to lay it off to. Ooh, we can see the intensity pick up here a little bit.
Very close to the goal here for Southern.
Cam Jones on the puck. Just being nice and defensive. Maintaining that position. Sometimes you've got to wait for the right moment and opportunity to move it out of that really defensive area. You don't want to do it prematurely and then get hit. Got to push back gloving against Central. So the Central A team with 10 players, so every player is playing every game. The Southern team, you guys took 11, so you've got one person that's sat out each game.
Yeah, and that's me.
You for this one.
Yeah, yeah. That's all right. We get to rest every now and then.
Yep. Yeah, it just gives the players an opportunity to rest and recover if anyone's injured. Or I think post-COVID there's been a bit of a shift towards maybe taking 11 or 12. I feel like previously it's mainly been 10, but it's just good to have redundancy in case of illness or injury. Back in the corner here, 2.5 minutes to go in this first half. Current score 2-0 to Central A, but Southern really putting on the pressure.
Puck's back in the corner. And Central's taken it out. Bringing
Yeah,
it up the wall.
Aiden did well to maintain possession, but there may have been a foul there. Another call against Central. Sounds like we've got a team timeout. I just heard the whistle there. Yeah, so Central Black have called a team timeout. Again, 1 minute and 50 seconds left in this half. Sian probably just has some wise words, something she wants the boys to work on. I can kind of hear her from here, but hard to make out what she's saying. She's sounding calm, though, which is good.
She did tell me some of her team talk from last night's game, but it cannot be repeated.
Oh, it can't be repeated on air? No, don't want to get cancelled by broadcasting standards, so save that for another day. Maybe we should do like a podcast or something. You know, yeah, shout out Pinion Pod. All right, and we've got the refs lining it up. Central want to be down nice and early. Forwards will probably shoot out. Yeah, it's just a whole bunch of bubbles down there, really. Well, that was a pretty quick call. Refs were not happy with something. Oh, lining it up again. Pretty much same place. Interesting here, Southern went for more of like a scrum situation than a bin bomb. That's quite an interesting play.
Is that something Kit's been teaching?
I don't
Any
know.
set plays in front of the goal bin? I'm not giving away your secrets, okay.
It's also the end of tournament, so you could probably spill them if you wanted.
Not that I know of, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, you keep your secrets, Tom. I see how it is.
Fairly sure at least.
No, that's fair enough. Some teams, I mean, yeah, bin bombs don't always work out, but bit of fun, bit of creativity, that's what you like to see. All right, Central taking it across the pool here. I think they'll just want to get it away from their goal bin, if I'm honest. I don't think they really care where it goes. You can see Aiden just doing a turn. He did connect up with Cam, though. That was quite nice.
Central seemed to be focusing a bit more defensively when the puck was in there, was by their goal bin with 30 seconds left.
Yeah, not the place that you want to be. They'll probably be much more comfortable here.
Both teams just holding the puck there.
And that'll take us through to half-time. 2-0 currently to Central, but Southern putting a lot of pressure on. I will give you a break from my incessant yapping for the rest of the half-time, and we'll join you when the game has resumed. All right, welcome back to the second half of the boys' third and fourth playoff.
Yeah, it's a pretty close game, 2-0 at half-time. You know, anything can happen. I'm sure this young Southern team will be firing and will want to make a statement to the Central A team, which have had a pretty challenging tournament so far.
This is not Tom with me at the moment, by the way. Do you want to introduce?
I am Jake.
There you go. Got Jake and Ned seeing you through for the second half.
Yeah, and I think it's a great learning experience for both teams because I think the majority of these players will be at under-18s next year. So this tournament, especially the Southern team, everyone can do it again. I'm pretty sure, talking to Kit before.
Yeah, I think Central's losing a few. Oh,
And there's a goal.
so Central, same tactic in the first half as well. Come out firing, get a quick goal. Is that number 5? 10? Cam Jones?
Yeah, I think that's a very good tactic, just to kind of demoralise the other team at the start of the first half and make them lose hope a little bit. But, you know,
Savage.
anything is possible. I've definitely seen teams come back from a 3-0 deficit before.
Yeah, 3-0, when the games are so long and the halves are so long, 3-0 really isn't, you know. It's not a comfortable lead.
No, it's not. And I'd say especially at a relatively high-level tournament like under-18s, all the players are very talented and can make runaways whenever they want to.
Yeah, I see the vision of what Central was trying to do there, but it just didn't work out for them, but they've recovered quite well.
Yeah, you can just see there Central have a little bit more players on the bottom there and just able to turn away. The nice turn.
Nice turn. I think that was Tom Curtin. He's got a nice distinctive mask. Great skills.
The ref's call again. Southern's advantage puck. I wonder if we'll see anything special from them or if it's just a standard two forwards up, centre passes it to the forwards. All the Southern, they've got running horns.
Okay.
Kit Vining is just the mastermind of tactics, isn't he?
Indeed. I do love a good creative advantage puck.
Yeah, and I think sometimes that's what you need in a game where things possibly aren't going your way. You need to switch things up and never know.
Yeah, we've been talking a lot about like risk taking, I feel, through our commentary. When and where is appropriate. When do you want to do it? When maybe you shouldn't do it. I'm all for a risk, which, you know.
Yeah, I think in moderation, but I think this is the time where Southern do need to start taking risks, especially 3 goals down with 12 minutes to play. They've got nothing to lose if they try a new set play or go for a pass that they wouldn't have normally gone for.
Yeah.
Hamish there, putting it to the left. Beautiful wide there. Central just able to make some metres up the pool.
Central have been really quick on their advantages this whole tournament. They're not mucking about, and I think it's really worked out for them. Just catching the other team by surprise before they're ready, taking advantage of that space.
Yeah, and I think as the game goes on, people get tired, so if you can just switch that puck across the pool, it can really open some big holes up and allow for a lot of goals. But Southern, their defence has been pretty good this game. A nice turn there. Recognises that the Central forward's back tackling, so swims it to the wall and lays it off to one of his teammates.
Southern with a bit of a rumble here.
Maybe next year the Underwater Hockey Association should get some see-through walls there, make the viewing experience a bit better.
I like it. We're always thinking about our viewers here, guys, so I hope you feel that at home.
Yeah.
Love to get rid of these blind spots.
Yeah.
They are the bane of my existence.
Central will just be trying to drive it up that wall, keep it out of the middle of the pool, because that's when it's the most dangerous for the... Never mind, Central have a beautiful runaway there. just unfortunately no support there for the Central player.
Yeah, I think Central have seemed pretty cool, calm, collected in terms of, they're definitely going for those wides and just committing to it.
Yeah, and I think a wide you just have to go full gas or no gas. You can't half commit because then the other team can just see what you're doing.
It's a nice little dummy there from one of the Southern players. Central have managed to get possession back from it though. Yeah, Central have some very speedy players. I mean, every team does, but they've definitely got a few that you want to catch them before they start. Otherwise, they're gone, a.k.a. Cam Jones, Aiden Ralph.
Yeah, I think Warwick's definitely grilled some fitness into us. A lot of those boys having trialled for the New Zealand team, and if anyone knows Warwick, it's just fitness.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, nice little move from Tom there.
Turning there, yeah. Unfortunately, doesn't manage to get it away from his teammates, but a ref's call. Number 8, 1 minute.
Is that for Southern? Yeah. What team are they kicking out?
Oh, yeah, Southern number 8.
Yeah. Oh.
In for a minute.
Justice.
Jasper.
Jasper.
Snedden.
Any relation to Elliot? No.
Nelson College.
So Jasper out for 1 minute.
Look into the bin there. Unfortunately, the ref's just blocking the way a bit.
Get out of it, ref.
And it somehow went in.
We'll never know how. Oh, no goal. Ange very excited.
Well, I was like, the ref was locking Arby, but he obviously
Yeah.
weak for them.
Yeah. No goal. Central will be disappointed.
Yeah.
Southern jubilant, I would assume.
Some valiant defence by the 5-man Southern team.
I actually reckon sometimes you play better when you're down.
You
a player.
do, yep,
You
100%.
pick up that intensity. You're not relying on anyone else. Your rotations are just so on point. You're fighting for that minute, 2 minute, 5 minutes, whatever it is.
Cam's taken half his kick
Yes,
off.
Central's discipline this game's been very good. And I think it's definitely showing in their performance.
Yeah. Just a little bit of a drop there. I'm not sure what happened, but yeah, Hamish just
That's a good goal.
saw that no one was on the puck, ripped it. Yeah.
Turn and flick. Absolute textbook that one is.
Number 4, which I believe is Ollie Thurlow-Ray, plays for Phoenix, wears an armband, goes to Wellington High. That's all you need to know.
What are your thoughts on armbands?
All the viewers know my thoughts on the armbands.
Not a fan, are you?
Not a fan, however, it does make them easier to pick out, so you can see. Yeah, this is true, Ange, this is true. I think, I get the protection, but not a fashion statement I personally can get behind.
Yeah, personally, after a lot of years playing hockey, I've never really hurt my elbow. But I think if your elbow does get hurt, you can have consent to wear an armband.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Otherwise, it's just, I don't know.
Yeah, I think we might be of a similar opinion. Wonder what Sean's saying. Oh, a little floaty in the pool. How have you found playing in this pool?
It's been really nice. A bit narrower than what I was expecting. But yeah, it's very clear, very fast, easy to do skills on.
I think I take it for granted, perhaps, being a Central player myself.
The pool I normally train in Dunedin starts at 1 metre and then slopes down.
Say less. Yeah, you poor bugger.
It's good if you're going one way.
Yeah. Ooh, quick strike there.
Again, Central going hard off the first strike. On the far wall. Bring it off. Beautiful wide there. That's exactly what you want to do for a wide. Just spread the team out. And another nice double team. Oh, that was nearly an awesome goal.
Not the corner of the bin, guys. Tips and tricks with Josie and Nydia, you all know. Wow, look at all the bodies on the bottom. We do have a call.
hasn't gone in.
I think Cam held back at the last minute because he thought he was going to hit that putt.
Yeah, I think a lot of players are just a little bit more conservative with their flicks. They don't want to hit anyone in the face, which is fair enough. But yeah, unfortunately, meant no goal.
Yeah, and I think it just brings back to that point you were saying before about risk. When you're up 4-0, you don't really need to be taking those risks, like such as a headshot or something. So I think that's a very good decision by Cam.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and also we don't want people getting concussions and stuff.
No.
Hannah Baxter from Mid-Northern, she got a concussion for a whole year from under-18s.
Yeah, that's rough, eh?
Yeah, took
So
out the New
rough.
Zealand team and everything.
Yeah. No good. Don't want that.
Central
Nice.
here, just on the attack, just trying to spread it between the Southern players.
I saw a move pop from one player to straight to another.
But Southern somehow managed to just ruin these Central attacks. Another ref's ball here.
That'll be against Central. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good defence from Southern. Very promising to see.
Yeah. It was against number 2, Tom Curtin. 5 minutes.
Senior fancy advantage pucks. Horns again. As you can see, Southern have no forwards in the Central's front line. Don't think that quite worked out as they would have wanted to, with Central having the puck back.
Yeah. And saying that, Wall, it's a safe-ish place.
Especially by your sub bench, you can just roll through heaps of subs, get the fresh legs in.
Yeah. There's Tom with his pink mask. All right, what's going on? Kind of in the channel.
Yeah, I kind of can't really see much from this angle. And ref's call.
Is that a call for Central?
Unheard of.
Unheard of. Oh my goodness. Yep, nice speedy puck.
Spread it across the pool. Oh, nice dummy inside.
Yeah, nice
wow.
little cutback.
Hamish with his distinctive arm sleeve.
Yeah.
There's 2 arm sleeves.
That's other one's Ollie.
Yeah, I thought the same
Yeah,
person
see?
doing like, holy, he's down a lot. Hamish with the black and white distinctive New Zealand tape on his snorkel there. Maybe that's how he can distinguish them. Oh, beautiful drive through the middle there. And nice save by Cam Jones, I think that was.
Go on. Go on. Straight, and I love that they didn't flick it in.
Yeah.
Who's this? Another one for Ollie. Can he make it a triple? Can he go for the hat trick?
Yeah, I think it's a very good decision they didn't flick it, because sometimes you can flick it too high, bounces off the bin, and then it's just like you did all this hard work for nothing.
Yeah. He's year 11, so he's still learning as well, you know. I think he's, just wanting to probably play it safe.
Yeah.
Nice little jab out there.
Central now, I think, are beginning to turn up the heat.
Yeah.
2 minutes to go.
Should be 5 minutes. What? Oh, maybe.
I think it should be, but yeah, so once again, for our viewers at home, in the last 2 minutes of the game, if there's any ref's call, they do stop the time, just to make sure no one's purposefully fouling to count down that clock.
Yeah, I think it's a very good thing.
Indeed.
Stops
Good
time.
rule, yeah.
Oh, another drive through the middle.
Peeled out by Southern, but yeah. No goal.
Another call against Central here.
I was reckon this game there would have been several penalty shots for Southern.
Yeah. Oh, Tommy Carrott's talking to the team.
I think Central would be a bit frustrated with that. They've had a lot of possession near the Southern goal, but just haven't been able to quite finish it off and capitalise on all the possession they've had.
Yeah.
Minute 30 left to go. I think Central have definitely secured the win here.
Yes, one may say.
Yeah, I think it's safe to assume that scoring 5 goals in a minute 20 is a little bit unrealistic.
Yeah, I do believe it should be 5-0. I think the scoreboard hasn't maybe updated, but I'm pretty sure they've scored 2 this half.
Yeah. Team timeout.
Team timeout with a minute and 20 to go. That's some Sam Marshall move.
Yeah, yesterday, eh?
Yeah.
We have seen 15-second goals are possible.
Yeah. 15 maybe possible, but in this full court, when you've already played, close to 30 minutes,
Especially
not
with
impossible, but
back lines like both teams have, it would be pretty hard to get a whole pool run away.
yeah.
Especially since they also have a minute of breathing up now, nice and fresh.
Yeah, I think Central will be pretty happy with this. I think they would have loved to be in that first and second playoff, but coming away with the bronze is, it's a good result for them.
Yeah, I think although they might be a bit disappointed about how they played earlier in the morning, the bronze medal's still a medal.
Yeah, and they've played well this game as well. And yeah, I said that before as well for the during the girls' game that at least bronze you end on a win. Oh. And Southern should be very proud of the way that they've played as well. They've had some really great moments, really good intensity. They definitely haven't handed this over to Central. They put up a really, really good fight.
Yeah, I think it's also very promising to see from the Southern team that all of these guys can play again.
Yes.
And also the New Zealand reps like Sam Jukes, New Zealand Reserve, Chase Banks can all come back.
Yeah.
They're camping this weekend, so shout out to them for not coming playing. But yeah.
Priorities. Someone tried to go for a windmill there and got absolutely hit, and I just wanted to shout that out. Go back and rewatch that.
Can Central hold them out for another 25 seconds?
What a save and what a swim. Go, number 5? Is that right?
Stopped it and it was like,
Toby?
Toby Jukes, brother of Sam Jukes. Nelson College, got a junior tournament team bag.
I reckon tournament teams are they're actually pretty sick to make. I've had chats whether they're harder than NZ teams to.
I think in certain years it can be.
Yeah.
But I think there definitely should be a difference between junior tournament team bags and senior tournament team bags.
You heard it here first, folks. Well, that'll take us through to the end of this bronze medal match with Central A coming away over the Southern team. I do believe it should be 5-0, although the score says 4-0. Thank you so much for tuning in, and stick around for our finals games coming up. And good luck to you, sir, for your final.